And this will be a good one. Two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
They lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at...
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Stafford on 3rd down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Oh, the return is Powell. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one.
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And the Rams in 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 24, Stafford
looking underneath. He's got Akers. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Stafford. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. There he goes, left side. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. But right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Biggs. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give. Akers running left. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Here's Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Marr on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Rams nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Howell now to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Stafford on 1st down.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7.
To the air again, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Again, Dak going to keep it. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
The kick by Marr is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
On the counter, this is Akers. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Stafford now to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Taken in at the 11. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Micah Parsons.
20. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Cowboys 24. Rams nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
He got 29 yards that time. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And he is going to have a Rams first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. On 1st down, Stafford here. Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. Prescott off play action. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. After the interception, here's Stafford. He finds Robinson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
A gain of 17 yards.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Cowboys are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me,
he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LA. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Rams take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points.
So that an unexpected, a very unexpected way to draw closer, but draw closer they do on the blocked field goal return.
We always talk about needing that spark from the special teams when you're down on the scoreboard. They gave them one there, and now the special teams understands they are important.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, but you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. That'll be complete to Cook.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Throwing again is Stafford.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Down inside the 10.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Akers trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1.
Akers again, and he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Van Jefferson.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
An extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
75 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Tony Pollard, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Stafford.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
There was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. The first down carried by Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing it for a loss.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Prescott going to do it himself.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, Elliott. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. 3rd and long for Prescott. This is caught. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Prescott to throw on 4th. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
And the Rams are right back in this football game. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At the 20. Now Stafford. Going up top for Kupp.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. On 1st down at Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And some space here.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They go to Elliott again. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it, okay, I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers, go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blue, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker.